Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day to our Honorable Lecturer, Madam Nurul Akmal binti Abdul Halim and my fellow classmates. Okay, my team and I will present a proposition debate with title Should Publishing Fake News Be a Crime? So I and Puan Rodziah will be in favor team and Puan Faiza Erina will be our oppositions. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Puan Rodziah to present her points.
Thank you, Fazila. What we are doing today is that we are doing to have a talk about should publishing fake news be a crime? Most importantly, I want to mention that Malaysia is a unique country blessed with diverse cultural and religious population. To say that the internet is a new thing for the country will be an understatement. Okay, what do we know about fake news? First, I would like to state that the Anti-Fake News Act 2018 was published in the Federal Gazette of Malaysia on April 11, 2018. The act was passed by the Malaysia Parliament on April 4th and received royal assent on April 9. The law does not require the demonstration of harm or the intent to cause harm, only that a person who knowingly spread fake news can be found guilty under the law, and if found guilty, the sections are disproportionately high. Penalties are fined up to 500,000 ringgit or up to 7 years in jail or both. But as we all know, uncontrolled access to information on the internet has many advantages, but it also leads to the phenomenon of fake news. As social media can close bridges and communicate with anyone, it does have disadvantages. Fake news has a big impact in influence in people, feelings, and behavior. Fabricating a news can lead to differs or change a person's opinion. Example, an article of Malaysia Terkini, date 20 May 2020, a Malaysian woman has made a TikTok video with a collect that was apparently a foreigner. Account username Joker or Ruven has accused and insulted the Malaysian woman for having a scandalous affair with foreigner. Because of that, the Malaysian woman felt so embarrassed and ashamed at this awful remark could be seen by many people, who some of them may be her family member and friends. As a result, the Malaysian woman commit suicide. What we may know, the spread of false content or fake news online is not only happening in Malaysia but also a global problem. I will begin about the show publishing fake news can be a crime, which is that fake news has caused confusion and misunderstanding, especially when public interest is at stake. The term fake news literally means any story which were not true. Fake news on social media may be unavoidable, but you can help stop the spread by thinking critically. What do you think about it, Fazila?
Thank you, Puan Rodziah, and I agree with you. So I'm here to focus on the police report, the legal action, and fake news has affected an individual or group. So my first point is there are increasing number of police report and complaint in Malaysia related to spreading fake news. For an example, former Minister of Defence and now our Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri, has become a victim of fake news with allegation that he does not welcome Singaporeans into the country. Second point is there are so many fabricate news in the regard of the vaccines. One of those fake news of such there are no vaccine or bad side effects of vaccine could cause major difficulties to the government, especially Malaysian governments, which they are aimed to get all Malaysian fully vaccinated as soon as possible. Do not underestimate the power of fake news. It was proven that could bring down an individual, group, politician, and even big organizations. There are a lot of media companies severely lacking of moral, ethics, and responsibilities in producing the news. It is saddens to see that our beloved country Malaysia is having internal political turmoil partly because of the fakes. This political unrest could jeopardize the stability of the government and will lose trillions of ringgit in the constant restructuring not just the cabinet parliament and the whole economy structure in Malaysia. The impact of this problem are the people of Malaysia will lose confidence in the government. This sort of news will lead to unfortunate event or disaster. So we as the public need to be responsible and need be together as one stop spreading fake news. As Malaysians Communication and Multimedia Commission says that not sure, don't share. So that's all from me. Thank you very much for your time, and to keep the ball rolling, I will now pass to the next presenter.
Thank you to Rodziah and Nur Faz'dillah. Actually, I agree with both of you that publishing fake news be a crime. On the other hand, not at all the fake news is a crime. Why I said like this? Let we look at the positive side. Sometimes, by telling the fake news are necessary in order to safeguard someone's well-being. In this type of situation, fake news or lying for the sake of protecting yourself or loved one is deemed acceptable. Maybe in some cases, fake news is necessary for beneficial purpose. Being honest in some cases would create unpleasantness or be offensive. I stress that fake news sometimes lead to civility. Like for example, if one of your neighbors is dying of cancer, rather than frighten your young son with his impending death, it's okay to say he is not feeling well right now, which is indirectly we can teach our children about the empathy and compassion. This way actually benefits the person listening. Moreover, it also takes into account what is age appropriate for your son. Other than that, I can say that fake news can help people to prevent from danger and threats. For example, in one resident area, there must have a community group or neighborhood that responsible to take care and maintain the safety of their resident. They realize that there is one area covered by a dangerous and poisonous plants or bushes. The area is one of the neighbors' favorite place to come for recreation. To avoid them to come again, the neighborhood has to spread news that the area was sold to other developer for a new upcoming project. And maybe they can tell the area has become a restricted area. As a final word, let me summarize that we agreed that publishing fake news be a crime, as a Malaysian has issued Anti-Fake News Act 2018 with a fine of up to 500,000 ringgit or imprisonment for up to 7 years or both if found guilty, and the spread of fake news can bring down individual, groups and politicians. However, sometimes by telling the fake news are necessary in order to safeguard someone's well-being. That's all from us, and thank you.